ready to get your shit together? Isn't that what we are all truly trying to do? In this fun, life-hack-full show, we will learn together how to navigate this roller coaster called life. We, as glorious messy humans, can sit in the proverbial third car, grumpy and bored, or in the front of the roller coaster having the time of our lives. What do you choose? In this show, you can expect meaningful content and practical takeaway tools to make life easier and exceptionally more joyful. There will be epic guests who already love their lives, allowing them to share their get your shit together tips and words of wisdom. Life is too long and too short to not love your life. Welcome to Get Your Shit Together Live with Amy Joy. Hello, happy Thursday. Welcome to Get Your Shit Together Live with Amy Joy, and I'm your host, Amy Joy. Congratulations on your abundance. I want you right now to just look around and see and notice and feel how abundant you really, really are. We are programmed to think that we're in lack, but we're not. Look around. See the smiles on your family's face. Hear the sounds, people making dinner or watching TV or whatever. Feel the couch. See the ceiling over your head, the roof. Maybe the air conditioner's on or the heater's on. You've got those things. How amazing is that? I am feeling so very abundant right now. I'm actually in Edmonton, Alberta, Canada. I'm back in my homeland. I haven't been back in a long time. And I'm here for a beautiful retreat with the amazing Allison Armstrong. It's a core partnership retreat. We're going to be working with horses. So I'll be doing that this week. And I am feeling extra abundant with the fact that Sri Preethaji, my spiritual teacher in India, we call her my guru. She has taught me so much. She has changed my life, her and her husband, Sri Krishnaji. And I am so honored and blessed to have her here with us today. Very excited for you to meet her. She is incredible, making a difference on this planet. So we're going to go right to it. Here is a beautiful video of her to introduce you and her to her and her husband, and then we'll bring her on.
Sri Preethaji is a woman philosopher and transformational leader. She is known for her original teachings, meditation practices, and mystic processes that have helped millions in India and many nations of the world, leading them to mental health, emotional wellness, and spiritual awakening. Her purpose is to awaken human consciousness from agitation to peace, separation to connection, and division to oneness. In 2002, together with her husband Sri Krishnaji, she undertook the mammoth project of creating the gigantic architectural marvel of Ekam, World Center for Enlightenment, and completed it in 2008. Ekam is a sacred pillarless structure built of marble to accommodate 8,000 seekers in a state of meditation. It is a mystic powerhouse that has been created with a vision to bring world peace and enlightenment. Sri Preethaji, along with her husband, Sri Krishnaji, co-authored the US best-selling book, The 4 Sacred Secrets, in 2018. She has also created Oneness Yoga, an integration of 5 forms of yoga to help the world realize the true spirit of yogic tradition. Preethaji's TEDx talk from Kansas City has been viewed by over 3 million people. She has been interviewed on prestigious online platforms such as Goop, Marie Forleo, One Commune, and has been covered in magazines including Forbes, Fortune India, Inc., Authority, and the Huffington Post. She travels to the USA, Europe, Australia, Latin America, Japan, South Korea, and China every year, offering her 4-day signature program called the Field of Awakening. In conclusion, the world certainly is a more peaceful place because of Sri Preethaji's presence in it.
That is so, so true. Put your hands together, put some hearts in the chat, and welcome the amazing, the incredible Sri Preethaji. Hello, namaste.
Namaste, Amy. So good to be here with you.
Thank you. Thank you. It's wonderful. What time is it there in India?
I think it's around 4:30 in the morning.
Oh, you're such a blessing. Thank you for getting up.
Beautiful. We are used to waking up early here in India.
Very true. Very true. Well, I'm excited today to talk to you about enlightened living and what that is and what that means and what that looks like. But first off, we always have a little moment here, 2 minutes, where I do a little lesson on how to change our frequency, how to raise our frequency and to go from a suffering state to a beautiful state. So I was wondering if you have a 2-minute, 3-minute thing that we can do together that will help us raise our frequency right now as we start.
You can close your eyes for a few moments. Keep your total attention on your breath. Allow your breath to be deep and slow. Inhale deeply. Exhale slowly. As you inhale, say within yourself, inhaling calm. As you exhale, say within yourself, exhaling stress. Inhaling calm. Exhaling stress. With every breath, feel yourself, your body, your being becoming calm. As you are breathing, hold a very beautiful smile on your face. Allow the smile to grow. Take a deep breath. Hold a broad smile. Slowly open your eyes.
Oh, Thank you. Thank you so much. That was beautiful. Those of you on Facebook and can interact, I would love to hear from you. Do you feel better or worse now? How do you feel? Put some hearts there in the chat. I'd love to see how that was for you. And that was 4 minutes or something like that, right? And you can feel completely different. Thank you so much, Sri Preethaji. Thank you. So I would love to tell the audience a little bit of how we met. We first met in FOA, Field of Awakening in Sun Valley, Idaho. That was, I think, almost 2 years ago now. Year and a half. October, I think. In October
I
will
think
be
it was
2 years, right?
2021 September, October. Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. And I was blown away. I was blown away with the 4 days. It's 4 days, correct? 4 or 5
Yes.
days?
4
4 days.
days.
Field of Awakening. You can look that up. It's an amazing experience with Sri Preethaji. And she takes us on a journey of, well, tell us a little bit about FOA. I think it's best from your words.
Field of Awakening leads a seeker through an experience of awakening. And when I say awakening, it literally means the word awakening. That is, you wake up. You wake up from your deep slumber. You have lived the largest part of life within the prison wall of your mind, within the noise of your mind. So, field of awakening is where this door opens up to experience another realm, free of that inner noise, that inner chatter. You experience the transcendence, you experience the bliss, you experience the silence, the stillness, and oneness. When you truly have an experience of awakening, then you become a seeker of enlightenment, because you know very clearly that there is a different experience that is possible. You need not live your life with this non-stop inner chatter. You could experience that stillness, that quiet in your being. And you feel life itself is very beautiful. That is, this very moment is very beautiful and very complete. When you live within the prison wall of the mind, it is such a painful experience of life, because you're not truly alive to this very moment. We have heard about, we hear everyone saying to live in the present. Field of awakening opens up your consciousness to live in the present moment completely and fully, without the inner chatter of the mind, without being pushed into a past or pulled into a future, but be truly present. And that makes life itself very meaningful, very beautiful. Um, and that if you, any of your audience, if any one of you are feeling like, having these questions, what is the meaning of my life? What am I doing with my life? Please understand, these questions arise because you are not living this moment completely and fully. When you learn to live completely and fully, be present totally with your entirety of your being, then these questions of what is the meaning, what is the purpose, what am I doing, or um, the pandemic that the world is seeing right now, which is depression, all that would not exist if you learn to live completely and fully. So, field of awakening is that portal that opens up your life to a different realm in consciousness. But it just doesn't end at the realm of consciousness, because you and the world that we are a part of, you and the universe, you are interconnected. So, what this experience of awakening does is it brings about a change in your life. It brings about a change in your body. Your body enters a healing zone. It brings about a total transformation of your life, not only in terms of the experience that you're having of your life, in terms of the moment to moment experience, but it also changes what flows into your life. It also changes the situations, the people that would come into your life, because your inner state and your life that you experience are totally connected. So field of awakening in the realm of consciousness, it is a miracle because it transforms your experience of life, your inner experience. It opens you to a different realm in consciousness. And having experienced a total new realm in consciousness, your experience of life, your body, your being, your relationship, everything experiences a total transformation. In short, that is field of awakening.
And I can attest to this. I can attest to this. I had a beautiful opportunity to be with you for a few minutes, and I had one question I was allowed to ask. And I remember thinking and pondering, what can I ask? That's, the most important thing that I can ask for me right now. And I don't expect you to remember what I said, but I can tell you. I asked you how, and this is how I speak, right? How do I get shit done and still stay in my feminine divine energy? Because for all of my life that I can remember, I was in my masculine. I was achieve, 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 fifth gear constantly. And I remember you smiled at me and you said it's amazing what you can get done in your feminine. And then you blessed me with a diksha, and you don't know the rest of the story, but the next 6 weeks I literally had to rest. My whole body had to rest because of the changes that were going on. And I got to learn what first gear was and what second gear was. And I learned that I was valuable and worthy just because I exist, not because of what I was doing, all the doing. And yeah, my life has never been the same since that first interaction with you at FOA. So I thank you. Thank you.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
When is the next one, Sri Preethaji?
The next field of awakening would be, it's a good question. I think it's in the US. It would be in September
Okay.
in
Is that in
In
Los
Los Angeles. Yes.
Okay.
And it'll be, and again, another incredible field of awakening. It happens twice in the US. It happens in Europe, in the East, in Korea, Japan, Malaysia. It goes all around, but the next one in that part of the world would be in Los Angeles in September. And definitely you can share the link with your audience, so it'll be wonderful for them to kind of take a plunge into having a very powerful experience in consciousness. And the beautiful thing about FOVA or anything that we do is like the impact you can see of your state on your life. It is so palpable.
It's true. It's true. And I'm excited. I'm going to be there. I have
Beautiful.
my sons, all three sons are coming, and a bunch of
Excellent.
friends. I think there's 10 of us in total so far. So here's the link there. I'm going to put it also in the chat. So let me do that. Well, give me a minute. I'll do that. Perfect. I
So
have to.
what you're sharing, I think what I'm seeing is experience enlightenment.
Yes, that's the one that's coming up in a week and a half, right?
Yes, this one is coming up in week and a half in Los Angeles. It is on the 10th of June. This will be done by both Sri Krishnaji and me. It'll be like a four hour event. And just as the name says, experience enlightenment, that is what this event would deliver. That is, each and every one in the hall, in the room, would have an experience of enlightened peace and oneness. Uh, it'll be a first-hand experience of what the sages have experienced, what the saints have experienced, uh, delivered to you in 4 hours. It would be a transmission of a state. It would be an incredible wisdom, a mystic process, all put together for you in 4 hours. And it'll be like coming together with like hundreds of like-minded souls who want to have a glimpse of what it truly means to immerse in an experience of enlightenment.
Exactly. I'm so excited because I know I have an idea of what's coming. And I'm so excited for everyone to experience that. So if you're interested in that, come to LA. Here's the link to get tickets. I also put it in the chat for you all. So please join us. And then FOA as well. You can look that up at ekam.org and join us there. And then my journey took me to tapas, all the way to India last summer. And I spent 28 days in Ekam, at Ekam, in the campus there and around Ekam, and I got to experience. Words don't really work when you try to talk about tapas, but we're gonna try. I'm gonna try. So I'm gonna show a brief video of our time there, my time there. Now, I didn't have my phone for 28 days, so this was the first day, the day before it started, and the last day, the little bit of footage I could get. And you may think, what, a month without your phone? How did you do that? Very happily, very happily. I mean, it was tricky to give that over. It's an addiction for sure. But once I had made the decision that I was going to do that, oh my goodness, what a relief from the mental body, from everything. It was wonderful. So here is my time here in Ekam. Oh, brings back so many memories. And we have quite a few people watching. Tapas V's are here with us today. Hi, guys. I see you. I'm so thankful. Friendships made for life. But tell us, Sri Preethaji, please, about your mission, you and Sri Krishnaji's mission, to impact the planet in the way that you're doing.
Our vision, Emmy, Sri Krishnaji and I from Ekam, we have a vision, we hold a vision to have 0.001% of humanity to live in an enlightened state of consciousness, which is currently it would be around 80,000 people and 80,000 enlightened beings on this planet. We see that when 80,000 people live in that enlightened state of consciousness, there would be a phase transition in humanity's consciousness itself towards awakening and oneness. what the world needs today. Or I can put it this way, like, if you look at the various crises that this planet is facing or the world is facing, whether it is environmental, climate, political, economical. See, these crises just did not spring up like mushrooms one fine day. Something has been the undercurrent because of which you see these crises come up on this planet, in the world. The root of these crises that the world is facing today is the consciousness of the human being. The state, the inner experience with which scores and scores of people have been living their lives. There needs to be a shift in that individual's consciousness. It has to shift away from division, separation, and disconnection. It has to shift towards peace, connection, and oneness. And when that happens, the crises that we are seeing in various forms, those crises would disappear. And we believe that when individuals live free of suffering, live free of separation, live free of division, then each and everybody would contribute towards awakening of humanity. So our vision is 80,000 enlightened beings on this planet who can live in that state of enlightenment, who can live in that state of unperturbed calm, and who can live in that state of oneness.
Absolutely. And the definition of enlightenment, just to be clear, is the cessation of suffering. Yes?
See, throughout ages, if you have to look at one definition of enlightenment, it is liberation from suffering.
Mm-hmm.
On this ground of being liberated from suffering, then you experience powerful states of great peace, great love, great bliss, great oneness. But it has to stand on the ground of living in a state of unperturbed calm. And it has to be in the ground of being totally liberated from suffering. And when we use the term suffering, I'm not talking about the problems and the challenges that you encounter in life. I'm talking about your inner state. Freedom from that non-stop inner chatter, that meaninglessness, that suffering in terms of anxiety, fear, loneliness, depression, sadness. To experience freedom from that inner non-stop chatter of the mind. That is liberation from suffering. And you need to experience and live free of suffering. That has been the definition of enlightenment through ages. And on this state of unperturbed calm, to live in that state of equanimity, irrespective of what is flowing in your life, on that state you would experience great states of enlightenment. But it has to start from freedom from suffering, a total cessation from suffering, freedom from those identities for whose sake or for which sake you've been living your life. You need to experience that liberation. That is enlightenment.
Yes. And how, I've even had some comments, I suppose, from people who are going, how is this even possible? This no suffering thing, life is full of suffering. And so how is it possible? I know it's possible because I've already experiencing it. But how is it possible
See,
to
first we need to distinguish between problem and suffering. And it is just not you, or this not the human species that is experiencing problems. Every species on this planet experiences problems, challenges, obstacles. But it is only very peculiar to human species that one gets engrossed and lives, internalizes the external problem, and lives in the state of suffering for a very long period of time, even after the problem has disappeared. And today, if you have to look at the world scenario, it's scores and scores of people living in suffering, thinking about a problem that might arise, or thinking about a problem that has arisen or that had happened. So
Mhm.
that becomes the experience of life. And in this inner state, you're trying to build a relationship, you're trying to have say sometimes a family, you're having children, and then you are trying to work, trying to create something for your life. How is it even possible that you can be totally present in your relationship with your partner or your children? Or how could you be present to your life in terms of whatever you want to create? In order to create, in order to experience joy in what you're creating, or in order to experience love in your relationship, you need to be present. You need to be alive to this moment. You need to be alive to this experience. But that does not happen, and that would not happen when you have habituated yourself to living in suffering, thinking about a past or thinking about a future. You have lost the ability to be alive to this very moment fully and completely, because you have been wired, your being has been wired, your body has been wired to living in those states of suffering. It is what needs to happen is a total breaking of that inbuilt nature of yours, in which you have lived probably all your life, and to take a glimpse of what is possible for you. That's what the experience enlightenment would do. What is possible for you in terms of your experience. And then you know, okay, I have lived all my life believing that this is life. And today I am able to experience and have another experience that is possible. Another other realm is opening up for me. And then it is possible for me to live my life from this state, not being perturbed. Because when you have challenges, when you have obstacles, what you need is a total presence of mind. You need to be totally awake to the situation. And your suffering does not allow you to do that. So that is why we have seekers who go through the processes, who go through this immense learning and journey of liberation, and going through the tapas. They begin to live life very differently. They begin to live life fully and completely, meaning in terms of the response that they give to life, in terms of uh, the joy that their being experiences in living is so different that life slowly changes. That is, your response is going to be totally different from the response that you're giving from a state of suffering, the response that you're giving from a stressful state. And that transforms the entire landscape of your life. Um, we can call it that you've entered a miracle zone. You've entered a healing zone, healing for your relationship, healing for your heart, healing for your body, healing for your life itself. So, it's a very beautiful flow to see how many people experience freedom from that which is tied up or tied up internally for almost all their lives. They experience liberation, and it feels as though they've taken the fresh breath of air and they are out in the world, uh, creating miracles in every bit of their lives.
Yes, yes, yes. Yes, I've experienced this over and over. And I remember the majority of tapas is in silence. And what I was able to see when you cut out all the noise and you stop talking, that I was addicted to connection. I was addicted to even looking at people in the eye and connecting. And it made me a little crazy to not know people's names. to not where they're from, to not know who they are at all. I was living with 17 other women in the dorm, and I didn't know anything about them other than they were human and beautiful and wonderful. And so I got to realize and become aware. And that's what we talk so much about here on the show, is awareness, because in that moment of awareness, you get to choose and you get to do things differently. And amazing. If you're interested in Ekam and going to Ekam and going to tapas specifically, please reach out to me, Amy at amyjoycoaching.com. I will hold your hand. I will answer some questions, whatever you need to help you on this journey. It is the most profound thing that I have ever done for myself and for the planet. This I know for sure. And if you're feeling aligned with that and seeking that, then do it. Do it. It will. You won't be the same again, and the world will be better and more light and love. Thank you so much. I want to get to the meditation. We do meditation moment. We're going to do soul sync, and I'm so excited about this because this is my favorite meditation that I've ever done. I've done it every day for months since tapas, actually. So it's my favorite. And but before that, we always have a mantra, and so we call it mantra magic. And what mantra would you like to give us for the week?
The mantra that I love the most is Hamsa Soham Ekam.
And what does this mean?
It can mean differently at different depths. It means, in simplest terms, I am you, you are me, and we are one. It can mean in terms of you and the divine. I am the divine is in me and the divine are one. Or it could mean that you and this field and this universe are one. You're not truly separate. It is incredibly powerful, and I would recommend that you use this mantra along with your breath. That is, you would inhale very deeply. You would inhale for 4 counts. And then on your exhalation, you would chant the mantra for 8 counts. So you would integrate your breath and the mantra. Hamsa Soham Ekam. Hamsa Soham Ekam. Hamsa Soham Ekam. That would be the best possible way for you to do the mantra japa. We have a very beautiful saying in Sanskrit. Mananam trayati iti mantra. That means mantra is that vehicle or that tool with which you can transcend the mind. So, and this is a very powerful mantra with seekers from different parts of the world, irrespective of their culture, their religion, irrespective of who they are, where they come from. It is a universal mantra. And it is also a Siddha mantra. That is, you can hold the power of the mantra as you chant, and you can transfer the fruit of your chant towards say healing a friend or healing a loved one, or towards creating well-being, or like transferring it for a blessing for somebody. It is called the Siddha mantra. It holds power. So you can chant the mantra and you can transfer the fruit of your chant for a particular purpose. You can also use the fruit of the mantra towards enlightenment of humanity also.
Yes, I love it so much. I'd use it every day. It's beautiful. Thank you for that. Thank you for giving that. So Hamsa Soham Ekam, breathing
Yes,
in 4 counts and exhaling 8 counts while saying the mantra. And
perfect.
how many times, Sri Preethaji, is a good amount?
You can do 108 times if
Mm-hmm.
time permits, but at least do 18 times.
Okay. 18 times or 108.
Yes,
Awesome. Beautiful. All right. So I'd like to do soul sync now. Does that sound
perfect.
good to you?
Absolutely.
All
So,
right.
soul sync is for those who are not very familiar with meditation, and for those who are also very familiar with meditation, this is a very beautiful practice. You could be a beginner, you could be a pro, but this practice is incredible for both. It is a guided meditation. It leads you from one step to the other step. It moves your body into a place of deep calm. It moves your being into a state of experiencing connection. And it leads you into a space where you feel connected to the realm, to the realm of consciousness or to the universe, or in other words, you feel connected to the field of consciousness. And at that point, when you feel expanded, and you would hold one particular intention for every soul sync that you do, and when you hold an intention in that state, then you manifest that particular intention, because in that state of expansion, the barrier between thought and reality, that separation is removed, and you experience the intention manifest in your life. It would be an incredible meditation to put your body, your mind, and your being in a state of calm, peace, and connection. And it also is incredible in terms of manifesting your intention, because the secret to manifesting your intention is not positive thinking, it is not great strategies, it is just not, you know, obsessing over one thing again and again. The secret is to live in that profound state of consciousness. That is why seekers all over the world, though they have come for a journey of enlightenment, though they have come immersed in a field of awakening, an experience of awakening, they experience a lot of miracles, because what makes that happen in their life is one state. And soul sync, I think, is the smallest window that we have for you to immerse or glimpse that state for a few minutes every day in order to manifest that intention. The more the separation, the more the disconnection, more is the roadblocks, the troubles, obstacles, the challenges that you face in life. The more you are living in a state of connection, feeling connected to the vast field of consciousness, the ultimate journey would be tapas for that. Even if you are able to take 4 days off and come for the field of awakening, you would you would still experience those miracles. But or even if you're able to take 4 hours and be in Los Angeles for the experience enlightenment, you're opening up your consciousness into that realm. But the smallest to start with would be the soul sync meditation. And do this practice every day if possible. And you can also share the link, Amy. So it'll be wonderful that they have something back after this 1 hour.
Absolutely. And I'm smiling my face off because I use SoulSync to manifest you here on the show.
Oh, beautiful.
Really. So it
It's a
works.
joy. It's a joy to connect back with you. I mean,
Uh,
so beautiful.
So
We've
beautiful.
had small bits of conversation here and there, I think, in Puerto Rico, in
Yes.
of course in Sun Valley, and it's nice to be back and to connect with you. Though we're separated by distance, it's very beautiful to be on this show as well.
Thank you so much. All right. So because of time, if we
Yes,
can do a slightly shortened soul sync,
sure.
um,
What time do we end?
uh, at the 56, so in 10 minutes. So if you can do 9 minutes, that gives us a minute to
Sure.
close.
Absolutely. Just
Is that
one thing I want you all to remember: you're going to breathe. You're going to inhale and exhale slowly and deeply. We're not going to rush for that. But you're going to count your breath with the touch of your thumbs on both your hands with your fingers. This is for one cycle of breath, the second, the third, and the fourth. And you will do 8 cycles of breath. But the rest I can just guide you through. So close your eyes, be seated in a comfortable position. Place your palms on your thighs with your palms facing skywards, and then breathe. Take 8 conscious breaths, breathing slow and deep, touching your thumbs with the fingers. For the next 8 cycles of breath, inhale. Exhaling, make a humming noise that would vibrate your head. for the next 8 cycles of breath. Inhale and exhale, deep and slow, bringing attention to the tiny little pause that happens between every inhalation and exhalation. For the next 8 cycles of breath, inhale. As you exhale, say within yourself or chant within yourself, Aham, meaning I am the limitless consciousness. Bring a gentle touch between your thumb and your index finger on both your hands. See yourself expand into light. Everything around you expanding into light. The chair, the walls, the sky, the earth, everything becoming one in the unitary fabric of life. In this field, hold an intention that you want to manifest in your life. One intention. See it clearly happening in your life from this state of connection to the field of consciousness. Allow your hearts to move into a space of gratitude for this gift you have received. Take a deep breath and open your eyes. I can't hear you, Amy.
I forgot I muted myself. Thank you. Thank you so much. I love you. I honor you. I am so grateful for you.
Love
Thank
to you.
for being
Amy. So beautiful to be here.
here.
Love and blessings to all of you who are a part of this this interaction, and blessings that you continue on your journey of enlightenment.
And so it is. Well, that's our time. Thank you for being here. Thank you for spending this very precious time with us. We'll see you next week. And remember, together we vibrate higher, and that, my friends, changes the world. Besos. Mwah. See you next week. Thank you for watching Get Your Shit Together live with Amy Joy. If you'd like to follow us, you can on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube at Amy Joy Coaching. Appreciate so much your likes, comments, and shares. If you'd like to be a guest on the show, please reach out. We'll see you next time.